Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Let's go over You Don't Have to Call by Usher. Sounds like this. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl. 'Cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. A lot of really great benefits out of this riff. We are working on our funk guitar, working on muting all the strings while playing single note melody lines, working on our right hand motor. And we are also working on learning how to sing while playing a funk guitar part at the same time. So let's dive right in. To start, we have the 10th fret of the D string. But before we do that, let me talk about the right hand. So there's a couple different ways to strum in funk guitar. One way is to pinch your fingers like this to pretend that you're holding a pick. And then if you put your fingers across all the strings to mute them. And as you do this, you want your hand and your wrist and your arm and all that stuff to be as loose as possible. That's one way to do it. The second way to do it that I'm going to do in this video is every down strum is done with my fingers, and then every up strum is done with my thumb, like this. So it looks like this. It doesn't matter which way you do it, but this is, I think, a really great way to be able to do funk guitar strumming, is these two ways. So now that we went over the right hand, let's go over the left hand and put the right hand into it. So to start, we have this 10th fret on the D string. Now, you could do it like this, but there's a couple of challenges, and it just doesn't sound as cool when you use your thumb, in my opinion, to play this part. So what you'll want to do is to play this 10th fret, you're not only going to play the 10th fret, but you're going to strike through all the strings and mute them at the same time like this. So you can see that my hand is going across pretty much all 6 of the strings, but only the 10th fret on the D string is ringing out. So to do that, you can pick whatever finger you want. I like to use my pinky for this, but you can certainly use your ring finger too. You're going to put your pinky on the 10th fret, and then you can see that my other fingers here are just draped across all the other strings. So it should sound like this. So try this with me. Again. One more time. And this is the hand position that you're going to use anytime that you play the 10th fret, or anytime you play a note with your pinky finger. Now to do the staccato, we're going to do the same thing that we just did, but this time we're going to strum through all the strings. So let's try this. Go ahead and do this with me. We're looking for just one note to ring out. If you hear that, that means you need to put your fingers on the strings. If you hear that, then that means you need to mute those bottom strings there, or the top strings, excuse me. Now to do the staccato, we're going to do the same thing, except this time you're going to play the note, and then you're going to lift that pinky off, so that way you can get that rhythmic element. So let's try it at a slow tempo, like do, 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 like that. Here we go. Do, do, staccato, do, mute. A few more times. Time. So now that we got the 10th fret, let's take a look at the 8th fret. We're basically going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to use our first finger to do that. And the reason why I like to use my first finger is because I know I'm going to slide down to the 6th fret, but you can realistically just use whatever finger works for you, as long as you can. The fingering doesn't really matter for this riff, just as long as it works for you and you get the sound that you want. So muting this string is a little bit tougher. You can look at my finger and how I'm not like on the very tip of my finger is on the pad. Like if I could show you where that is, it's like right there. It's not on the very tip, as you can see. It's on the pad there. So you're gonna put your finger on the pad on the 8th fret, and what that does is that lets your finger kind of drape across these bottom strings here. Now for your top strings, what's happening here is my middle finger is draping across these two strings. It's touching both of them at the same time. And then these fingers right here, my ring and my pinky, they're not actually touching the strings at all. Anytime I have to play this note, they're not touching them. Otherwise it'd sound like this. So I lift these up to get that note to ring out. So let's do the same thing where we're muting these top strings with our middle finger, then we're muting these bottom ones with our pointer finger as we're laying on the pad of our finger like this. Let's do one string at a time. You can hear that harmonic on the 7th fret of the B string, which is nice. Now do the same thing, but this time let's strum. Now let's do the same thing, but this time let's add the staccato. So let's do da, da, here we go. Da, da, staccato. One more time. Now you're going to freeze your fingers and slide down 2 frets. And now we're on the 6th fret. So let's do the same thing, but let's just try it on the 6th fret. Here we go. Couple more times. So now that we've gone through the 10th fret, 8th fret, and the 6th fret, let's just do those 3 notes like this. And then let's practice that too. So the very last and of 3, all you're going to do is drape your fingers across the strings like this, so you get this dead string sound. It's indicated that it's just these top 3 strings here, but you can certainly do all of them or just the top 3. Just get that percussive dead string sound. So let's try it. 2, let's do it a little slower. 1, 2, ready, go. 10, 10 to 8, 8 to 6, and then dead strings. Let's do it a couple more times. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. To 8 to 6, dead strings. And one last time. 1, 2, ready, go. Staccato to 8 to 6, dead string. Okay, so let's go over the last little bit of this first bar. So we have the strum. And that's kind of what it looks like. So you have the 6, and that's what it looks like speed up. So we have a down strum dead string that we just practiced, and then the up strum, you're going to have the 8, and you're doing the same thing as when you muted with your pinky up here on the 10th fret, except now you're just on the A string instead. Your first finger is the one that's still primarily muting all of these bottom strings here. So let's go over playing this 8th note real quick. Just go through all the strings like this. And we're not staccatoing these notes, so you can hold them out too. Go ahead. So now let's try just the last little bit of that bar. So it looks like this. Let's do that together. Here we go. Again. 1, 2. Here we go. Again. 1, 2. Here we go. One last time. Here we go. All right. So, excellent job, everybody. That is the first bar to how to play You Don't Have to Call by Usher, and I'll see y'all in the next tutorial video.